Battleground seats in Western Sydney are going to be key to deciding the fate of the Albanese government, where the cost of living and housing are among the top concerns for voters this election. Now, I want to take a look at the seat of Parramatta, which is currently held by Labor MP Andrew Charlton. The Liberals are hoping to take it back with candidate Katie Mullins, a local lawyer who lives and works in Parramatta. I caught up with Katie Mullins and Shadow Treasurer Angus Taylor a little bit earlier. Katie, a big day for you. You are running for Parramatta against the high-profile candidate Andrew Charlton. You are officially kicking off your campaign this evening. But before I ask about your campaign, I want to ask you, Katie, Labor has just dropped a new energy policy about buying batteries, about buying solar panels. But every time I go to Parramatta, I see more and more high-rises. Where are the people in Parramatta who live in these high-density houses supposed to put these new solar panels and batteries that Labor wants them to buy?
That's a really great point, absolutely. And what I'm hearing when I'm out speaking to people in Parramatta is that they're struggling with the increasing cost of electricity. People were promised by Labor that they'd have electricity bills that are $275 cheaper. We were promised that 97 times. But out here in Western Sydney, in fact, the electricity bills have gotten higher, on average of about $1,000. People are really doing it tough, and that's why I'm working hard in Parramatta to make a change and to make people's lives better.
And Katie, I know that you spend a lot of time out there on the street in Parramatta. You visit a small business, I think, probably every single day. What is it that the small businesses are telling you? Because I think Western Sydney really is the heart of aspirational Australia now.
It absolutely is. The small businesses are the backbone of our community. We know that. Under Labor, we've seen around 29,000 small businesses close. And when I'm out talking to people, I'm also hearing they're struggling with the increased cost of energy. Someone I visited recently, they've got a lot of refrigeration needs, and their electricity bills have gone up $40,000 a month. And what that means is the cost has to get passed on to the consumer, and people just can't cope with this. So we have a lot of great policies for our small businesses, and of course one of the really exciting ones is we're making the instant asset write-off up to $30,000, and that I'm hearing is going to make a big difference for people out here in Parramatta.
But what are you hoping to do, Katie, if you win this seat in terms of representation? You are a local, you're a lawyer, you went to Western Sydney University, so you're part of the fabric there. Do you think you would be able to represent that seat, that community, better than the incumbent Andrew Charlton, who we all know comes from the eastern suburbs? He's got a very different background, I think, to most of the people that he's representing at the moment.
For me, Parramatta is not just a seat, it's my home. I moved to Parramatta over 2 decades ago to study law at Western Sydney University, and I've been practicing as a lawyer for the last 16 and a half years here. This place is really important to me. I'm passionate about Parramatta, and I understand the local issues because I am a local. The issues that people are facing are the same issues that I'm facing, and I'm determined to work hard so that the community and our city can reach its full potential.
And Shadow Treasurer Angus Taylor, we're so glad to have you here with Katie tonight. This new policy that Labor has just dropped about making it easier, to buy batteries and solar panels on the taxpayer dime, which means we're all helping to subsidize this. This seems to be a very clear admission that power prices for everybody else who doesn't have the ability to get those solar panels or batteries, they're not going down anytime soon, are they?
No, and this is the point, James. You're absolutely right. They've completely failed to meet their commitment, the $275 reduction. In my electorate, indeed, we're seeing a miss of about $1,300. And that's true, can I say, in the minister's electorate, $1,300 miss in terms of the bills that people are paying. And if their answer is that people have got to go out and buy a $9,000 battery unit, at a time like this when people are really suffering from the biggest hit to their standard of living in history, more than any other developed country in the world, they're just not going to find that kind of money. This is completely unrealistic, and it tells you something about how out of touch this Prime Minister is, how out of touch this government is with the reality of what Australians are facing.